And we got another character added. Demuse suddenly gets into the picture. Well, now you've got to make up your minds, and you've got to decide who you're going to vote for. Who are you going to vote for? Rob? Or Rice? Or Demuse? Or Ralph? Or your brother-in-law? It costs you $50 for each wrong vote. It costs you $500 if all the votes are wrong. And Peggy, you start, my dear.
Well, it's hard to vote against a man who mentioned that famous monologist Thomas Dartmouth Rice, but I had to do it. I voted for two. I thought he knew what he was talking about.
So one vote for two, and Bill Cullen.
Well, with all the Rolf and Rice and Ralph that I heard, I think the show would sound much better with the sound turned off. And for...
On that basis, we have 2 for 2. And Kitty?
Well, I got very confused, as you no doubt noticed.
Yes, just a tiny.
But I voted for number 2 because I, too, think he knew what he was talking about.
Oh, boy, 3 2s and Bert Convey. You going to go along with the bunch?
No. Number 3 threw all these names in the hat here. He knows Rob and Ruth and Rice and Demuse. Sounds like a double play combination from... So, anyway, he could be lying. Maybe none of those people are the real McCoy, right?
It could be. That's possible.
But he's a very good liar. I voted for him anyway.
So that goes for number 3, right. Huh? All right, here we go. Will the real Frederick Freed please stand up? Huh? I know you're hot today. Thank you, Mr. Freed. We'll be back to you in a moment. Number 1, sir, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Jim Goldman. I'm a salesman with Graphic Arts Typographers here in New York City.
Nice to have you here. And number 3, Mr. Demuse or Bath or Rice, sir, with 1 vote. What is your name, please, and what do you do?
I am Tony Farrar, and I am the owner of nightclubs in Spain, Portugal, and Acapulco, and I spoke to you last week, and that's why I wore the mouse.
For Kitty Carlisle, so that Kitty wouldn't recognize him. Frederick Freed, how old is the oldest wood carving in your collection?
The oldest is not in my collection. I have a collection. One Indian is from 1830, but there is the oldest existing Indian happens to be not an Indian but a Scotsman who represented the with his mull, a pinch of snuff, and he was used. The lady on, well, anyway, it was used as a tobacconist figure in England before the rebellion against the Scots in 1736.
Does go back away, doesn't it?
It sure
Thank
does.
you, Mr. Freed. It's a fascinating book, and thank you, gentlemen, for being with us on To Tell the Truth. Now, panel, you're going to have to look kind of fast because this happens quick. I want you to take a look at some film. What kind of a crowd, what kind of a sport would draw a crowd that size?
Soccer.
Super Bowl, you think, maybe?
No. No.
World Series?
Baseball. Oh, roller derby.
Roller derby.
Would you believe that kind of a crowd for what I had always thought was a rather... Look at the way those girls treat each other.
Are those girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. I want somewhere in that frenzied pack is a young lady whom we'll meet if she survived right after a few commercials. And now let's meet our roller derby girl. Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Carol Meyer.
Number 2.
My name is Carol Meyer.
Number 3.
My name is Carol Meyer.
Okay, here's Carol Meyer's story. It goes like this. I, Carol Meyer, perform in the roller derby. I'm a member of one of the derby's leading husband and wife teams. Currently, this exciting sport is enjoying tremendous popularity. On banked tracks from coast to coast, pivot men, jammers, and blockers thrill spectators with their daredevil skating and roughhouse tactics. It's a noisy, colorful sport where elbows, fists, and judo blocks are the order of the day. If I appear rather small to compete in such a rugged physical sport, the fact is, I am. As a matter of fact, I am the tiniest participant in the entire sport. In roller derby circles, I am always called by my nickname, Peanuts. Signed, Carol Peanuts Meyer.